Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I want to talk about some things that I received last night. And you guys know, if you followed me since 2017 on here, nothing new. I do it all the time. I get downloads late at night. Usually after 1 a.m. for me is significant. So the last time I did that was with Charlie Kirk, right? I let things kind of come to me. I don't look for them. That's kind of how I'm going to start doing things, I think. So, unless I'm doing astrology. But what I kept getting last night pertained to the Zaporizhzhia power plant located in Ukraine, also some astrology, and Charlie Kirk. So let's go ahead and get into the astrology part of it. Now, some of this I already knew, but then I was getting it last night that intertwines with the astrology. For October 21st, we have the new moon in Libra. It will shine into the United States third house. I think it's the third house. Hope I got that right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the third house. And then it shines on Russia's eighth house, which primarily Vladimir Putin, which is all about rebirth. So with Trump, what I'm getting is his reputation is going to be on the line. Around the end of October, first part of November, he's going to have to do something, make something right, or accept the truth in order to appease the people. Also, there's going to be some truth revealed to the Trump administration about Charlie Kirk. Are they going to believe it? No, they're not going to want to believe it because the outer influence, external forces behind Charlie Kirk's death are not really Trump's friends. They're no president's friends here in the United States, okay? Now, leaving it there. In the back of Trump's mind, he may be a little convinced, but he's like, nope, but I've done so much for them. And oh boy, you can't convince someone who's not ready to accept the truth. And that includes our presidents around the world as well. So with that being said, Trump is going to have some health issues. A lot of people are getting heart issues, and that's probable. Absolutely. But the astrology and what I'm seeing, and I talked about this before, is more related to his right side of his body and liver, kidneys, pancreas, appendix, and gallbladder are all in that region. And what I'm seeing really, they show me the pigmentation of his eye, of Trump's eye. Look at the pigmentation of his skin. I know it's orange, like I don't know if he goes in tans or if he uses lotion, but this is going to be, you'll be able to tell the color, the pigmentation will be like jaundice. Okay, it'll have that yellowish color to it. So they say to look like under the eye, like I have circles under mine, obviously from working all day, but you know, look into the pigmentation of the eye color, the white part of the eye, you'll start seeing some yellow there. I don't know, that's what I'm getting, and that's what I was being shown. And I know I spoke about this, but yeah, so with the astrology part of it, there's going to be some truth that comes out regarding large organizations, companies. APEC is one of them. And there's going to be some truth about what's really going on with certain disclosed organizations. Let's say that. The American people are going to learn about that. But of course, Trump has to learn about it first. And he'll be not so happy. With Vladimir Putin, the new moon in Libra shines down on his eighth house of transformation. So he's going to be undergoing something very, very personal. There's going to be a shakeup in his military, is what I was being shown. A shakeup in his military, maybe a possible assassination attempt, even though I wasn't shown that. But the astrology does point that out for several world leaders. I could just keep it open. World leaders in general. October, November, something can happen to a world leader. But with Putin, it's more going through a transformation. His health is also going to be affected in a different way. So with Vladimir Putin, I know that it's coming out that he may have had cancer, possibly. I don't know. I get neurological, and I think that's also come out as well. But I'm seeing something with the mouth, okay? Now, I don't feel like this is going to slow him up necessarily, but he's going to get like a new diagnosis. I feel like what he already has is simmering, and he's being treated for it, but it's going to get worse. Like when he goes back to the doctor, or when he goes back and complains about his new symptoms, I feel like it's going to be around his mouth area, something with the mouth, right? It feels neurological. Could be more pain in the head as well, but they're going to say, okay, well, now you have this coming on, so maybe you're in stage 2 of whatever your diagnosis is. And again, I don't feel like it's cancer necessarily, but it feels to have something to do with his speech impairment. So I don't know. I don't think we're going to notice that now. Well, I think we'll notice a little bit, like the way he speaks, but it's going to be further on out that it affects him, like takes him out of power if that's the case. I don't see it taking him out of power now. I see Putin working either in office or behind the scenes until 2031 or 32-ish, okay? And then I feel like his big transformation, allegedly, his big transformation would be between 2036 and 2038. Now, I don't make death predictions at all, but that's what I have always felt. And the astrology points to health issues. So he has to get through these solar eclipses in his 8th house, like what he's going through now. There's going to be a new diagnosis, I feel, for his health, like something increasing, not getting better. But with all the health care he has over there, he's going to be able to manage it. And it's just going to like stack up like that. And I see like possible military shakeups. We could learn of that. There's going to be issues with the border of Moldova. And I'm seeing that with the Baltic states. I don't see World War III, but I do see standoffs. Belarus, Belarus and Poland possibly. There's going to be issues at the borders. Yeah, there's going to be issues there. So he's going to be going through something personal. Also, with this hitting his 8th house of transformation, it could mean death. It also means rebirth. So maybe all of this happening to him will give him a new light, and maybe he'll be more willing, you know, because I think he's been willing, but maybe he'll be even more willing to work about trying to end the war. But the problem is, some countries in the West don't want this to end. And you guys get mad at me when I say that, but they don't. They need the war because their economy is shit. And war brings in money. They don't care about the dead bodies that come in. I'm being honest, keeping it real. So I don't know how this is going to play out. I don't know if Trump is going to be able to stop it or not. I don't know. But I don't see World War III right now. But we're on the tinker-totter of it. But I feel like somebody will come in and intervene. Yeah, somebody's going to come in and intervene before that happens. I think there's going to be a peace plan, but not in 2025 for Ukraine and Russia. No, I think it's going to be more like spring, early summer of 2026. There could be a peace agreement. And in the meantime, as Vladimir Putin is going through his transformation in the 8th house, this could help that peace plan come into motion. And Zelensky, I don't know where this falls into his chart or Ukraine, but I do see things amping up in Ukraine. In fact, I think the West is going to push about nuclear, and there could be an alarm raised. But what I want to mention real quick about that too, I almost forgot, is one thing that I kept getting last night was number five. And I couldn't figure out what in the hell that meant. And then I kept seeing the Zaporizhzhia power plant, because I spoke on Zaporizhzhia power plant before my other channel was taken down by YouTube. They didn't like it when the Biden administration was in office. They didn't like what I had to say about the war. But anyways, I see number 5 lighting up, and I'm taking this as a receptor at the Zaporizhzhia power plant that is slowly leaking radiation now. So there's a slow, like a pin hair leak is how it was shown to me at the top of the tower, number 5. And I do know that some of the power plant is shut off. So I don't know who's running the power plant. I don't know if it's the Ukrainians. I don't know if it's the Russians. I don't really know that. But whoever it is needs to be looking at number 5. If I'm serious. Okay, because that's going to affect Ukraine and Russia and all the other countries as well that border that. So receptor number 5 at the Zaporizhzhia power plant. And if this power plant is hit by accident, not because I don't think either side would actually hit it on purpose because they don't want the detrimental outcome. But there's a probability that it could be hit on accident. On either side, I don't know which side, but it could happen on accident. And when it does, that number 5 reactor is going to set off. And there could be an explosion there. So that's concerning. Then I was being taken to a dam. Okay, this large dam. I feel like it's been hit before and it flooded, but I don't know if it's the same one. I want to say Kyiv? K-Y-I-V is how you spell it. I'm pretty sure it's Kiev. I feel like it's a dam in that area, that region that connects to that, maybe it connects to that city. But I'm seeing this particular dam collapse. Whether it's hit, whether it just collapses because of weak infrastructure, I don't know that. But I am seeing something along those lines with the dam over there. What else do I want to talk about? Do I want to talk about Charlie Kirk? I don't even know. Did I already talk about him? I guess I'll have to figure it out in the video and go back and play it. I thought we did. With Charlie Kirk, this is alleged, not factual. What I'm going to say is that I know that Tyler Robinson is behind bars for allegedly assassinating Charlie. It was horrific. But I get something, there was far more to play. And there's this man in the video, and I'm not going to point him out or snapshot his picture. I thought about doing that for verification, but this is an older man in the video who I feel knows more. Okay, I feel like he knows more about the assassination. I'm also getting a electronical device. It looks like a black cord. It could be, I don't know if it's a microphone. I don't know what it is, but it feels to be near Charlie, whether if it's like attached to him in some way. But for some reason, I get a sting. Like I'm telling, there's more to this than just this guy, okay? There is more to this. Maybe something electrical to explode on him, but it almost feels like it feels like something exploded out of this electrical device and then it went into his neck there, and it stings, right? It stings and it just pops. It's just, oh my God. It's sad. It's sad, and I'm not into making up conspiracy theories. That's what I am honestly seeing. I'm seeing something explode. So it could have been the bullet and then the explosion, but honestly, I'm not seeing that. However, I could be wrong. So, yeah, this, just a second. All right, I had to take a break, grab some water really fast. So if you're new to my channel, thank you for watching, and subscribe if you haven't already. And to my old subscribers, I love you, appreciate you more than anything, and I will talk to you guys soon.